like part 2 of my video from last week. So this video I'm going to do, what have I learned in the last 2 years that I've been pursuing real estate full time. And what I would say, the number one thing that was great for me was I was able to be home with my daughter after I had her for 2 years. That was like the best thing because I was able to work from home. The other things that I've learned is, I wrote them down, is the importance of focusing on cash flow for your business if you're the owner. Also, I learned that when you close on deals, you need to set aside at least 40% for taxes, because that's at least probably about how much that you're going to take, and you don't want to, be at the end of the year and then you're like, oh no, I spent all the money. And that's another thing I learned is, don't spend all of your deal, because, kind of try to space it out some, just so that if you're not closing consistently, don't just go and blow all your money, which is of course what I've done several times. So that's why I'm telling you, do not do that, because you never know. I've had deals fall apart, the day of closing, and it's nothing within my control that I can do, but deals just fall apart for things that are outside our control. Also, what I was going to say about deals falling apart is, don't commit money that you actually haven't closed, because you just never know what's going to happen. So just wait until everything closes, is what I've learned, and then, make plans for your money after that, because it's just crazy the things that can happen that can tie up title and you can't close. The other thing I learned was, it's so important to have a support system. To me, I think, you really need somebody, that at least one person that understands like your past and understands where you are presently, and then understands where you're trying to go. I mean, like for me, that's my husband. Like, he kind of understands all three. I think, there's other people that I could go to for advice, but it's really great when somebody understands all three and can take all three into perspective, and just to have that motivation from an outside source, because a lot of things I don't want to do, and he gives me the perspective that I need, like even in answering and just having this channel. I felt that I didn't feel like, okay, I'm this big millionaire that I can give advice or whatever. And my husband kind of said to me one day, so many people are just trying to get to where you are, share the information, because like I've been telling you guys, I get a lot of emails, or even when I go to real estate meetings, people approach me, and I've just been kind of like, oh, I don't want to share, or I don't feel that I'm there yet to tell you. And people are like, no, I just want to know what you're doing, just to get to where you are. So that's what I mean when I say, just somebody that really understands. It's just so important to have that. I wouldn't be where I am without having my husband in my corner like that. And the other thing with that I've learned in the 2 years is that this is hard work. I would not say this is for the weak. There's a lot of obstacles. There's a lot you need to learn, and it's hard work. But I mean, I think everything is hard. Having a job you hate is hard. So it's like, choose which hard you're gonna do. Are you gonna, have tenants sometimes driving you crazy, or go into a job you hate absolutely every single day? It's like, just choose which one is the lesser of the two to me. So there are parts of this that sometimes I have to do things I don't want to do so that I can do the things that I want to do. So that's what I wanted to stress too, that it is hard work. I think people see, that it's just going to be this easy thing, and then as soon as any little challenge comes up, they give up, because they say, oh, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. Or, I mean, it's not even sometimes that it's hard, it's just a different way, of doing things. You're learning, give yourself the chance to learn. Or if they don't get, a deal as quickly or something like that, they just, they just give up. I'm so surprised at how many people start so excited, and then I see them later on and they're not doing anything at all. And I'm like, I can't believe that, you just quit so fast. So that's what I learned too, is it's going to get hard. That's not an excuse to quit because it got hard. It's just, just keep going. So that's what I've learned too, because in the 2 years, a lot of things have come up that I had absolutely no idea would come up. So I just wanted to leave you with that, just some things that I've learned over the last 2 years. And also that, I'm glad that I left my job, because I think my mindset is different being an entrepreneur because now there's even other things that I'm pursuing doing, because I feel like, just having that entrepreneurship spirit is just completely different from when you're an employee and when you're an entrepreneur, and everything, you need to be doing everything for yourself and planning out your life. What are your goals, and how are you going to use that to take care of your family and things like that. So I just wanted to leave you with that that's been my experience over the 2 years. I get a lot of emails of people asking me, like, to do an update. And so, I'm still here. I'm still a landlord. I still wholesale. I also started I started a project management consulting company. So I'm just, I'm trying to do everything. I'm also now like a licensed real estate agent. So that's my 2-year update. And I'm glad I did it, but like I said, there's been a lot of challenges for me to get here. And, I just encourage you as well to pursue your dreams. And that's my 2-year update. Bye-bye.